Obviously, we've got Paul Butler out. He's out next week on an MTK show, Sunday boxing. It's amazing, all these Sunday shows. I got slaughtered when I was got to do one. Won't work. And now, anyway, Paul's on that bill. So it's just a tick-over fight for him to keep his ranking. And then hopefully he may get a shot of a world title before the end of the year, beginning next year. As you said, Callum Johnson's in the gym. He's not fought for over 500 and odd days. And he's waiting for it. We offered Eddie Hearn the fight with Boatse on the AJ bill, but Eddie said no, Boatse's not got a fight this year, so I think that'll be possibly next year. But it's like anything, the money's got to be right. There's lots of things, just because somebody offers you something doesn't mean you take it. If you're selling your car for 10 grand or someone offers you 2 grand, you've not got to sell it, are you? So it's same in the boxing. And it's funny you mention that, and the same with Natasha Jonas. Natasha Jonas, very unlucky last time out. She's a walking round world champion. She's just missing the belt. She put a fantastic performance in, and hopefully we'll get her out. I want her on that all-women's card. I think she's I wouldn't say a backdrop story, but she is relevant when you look at Terry Harper and you look at Katie Taylor on that. Both of them she could fight. I do think Katie Taylor and Natasha Jonas is a huge fight next year for St Pat's, whether that's either in Dublin or in London or Liverpool or over in New York, Boston. I think that's a great fight to do that again. I think Natasha's profile's good at the moment. So she just wants an out-in. Callum Smith in the gym training. We're just waiting on the, as I call it, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory's golden ticket, the Canelo ticket. Fingers crossed we get it. If we don't, hopefully we'll get him out sometime before the end of the year in a defence of his world title.
It's good though, you've got Callum, and the nature of Callum is that he's not going to lose too much sleep anyway. He's just going to keep going, isn't he? He's a crack on, Callum Smith.
Yeah, no, Callum's like that. He's so laid back. And he's like that on fight night as well. You've been in around him, Don. Nothing gets to him. He's so laid back, and it is what it is with Callum. And I know people slate him sometimes, and he has to talk more and this and that. But like I always say, and I say to Eda, he doesn't need to flip tables. The best fighters in the world at the moment, in Inoue, Canelo, Triple G, Usyk, Loma, none of them flip tables. So why should Callum Smith start flipping tables? He let the fist do the talking. So that's it. So we're busy, and hopefully the fighters get dates and they get paid for them dates. So
you're about to go in the bubble again. You obviously went into the bubble with Natasha. How did you enjoy that kind of experience of being in and around everyone in the hotel, and with the kind of crazy things that are going on at the minute? And you're going to do it again now with Paul Butler. Yeah,
it was quite weird at first. More so on fight night. You came out, you're outdoors anyway, and you can just hear the sky drones, Joe, getting the filming and that, and then everyone at home just had to listen to me and Steffi Ball shouting at each other across the ring. So it was quite weird then. And then we went to Latvia with Jose Burton, and we went back to having a live crowd, and that was more weird than fighting without a crowd. So like you say, we're back in with Paul Butler in a week's time. But around the hotel, like you say, just staying in your room, the food brought to your room, social distance to expect. It's a bit funny, really, that everyone that's in that bubble has had a test, but still on fight night are all masked up and everything up. It's quite weird in a way. Yet you come from an area like Latvia, Riga, where there's no masks and it's just normal. So it is crazy times that we live in, but you've got to abide by what the government and what the British Boxing Board of Control say you have to do, whether it be right or wrong.
You mentioned something there that I want to ask you your opinion on, because you've been close quarters, you've studied him, you've had your man in the other corner. Lomachenko against Lopez. Break that down.
It's a very good fight. Loma is an unbelievable fighter. He's so skillful, but he makes it look so easy, and it's not as easy as it looks. And as you've seen what he did to poor Anthony, no one's ever done that. And Anthony's been with some great fighters, your Linares, you're sparring with your Beltrans and that, and Loma is something else. Lopez, young, ambitious, carries serious power. Maybe Loma has gone old overnight, but he will have to have got old overnight for him to lose this fight. Or Lopez, we've not really given him the credit that he deserves. But I just feel when somebody comes with a bit of trash talk and a bit of an edge, you just see a better Lomachenko. So that's how I can see this fight playing out. You never know. You just never know. People forget Loma got beat and got dragged into the trenches in his first professional fight. His second, and if Lopez is the man to drag him down again into that, we'll have to remain and see. But it's a great fight, and all credit to Bob Arum for doing that and taking a hit, not putting it on pay-per-view and putting it out there for normal boxing fans. What he's done is speculated to accumulate there. So the winner of this, next time they go into a pay-per-view model, they'll bring a new audience into them. And I think Frank Warren's just done that with Joyce and Dwyer as well. That's a very smart move as well. And no fair play to him. And it's hard at the moment, and especially bit of a bee in my bonnet at the moment when they keep saying, oh, fighters have got to take less money, they've got to do this. Well, we've just seen transfer deadline day, and I've never seen nothing in Sky Sports News about he's moving from Barcelona to this club or that club, have got to take wage restrictions. I see the football teams are still playing. I've not heard of no wages cut. I see Lewis Hamilton whizzing round on a track from Formula One. He's not been asked to take a pay cut. Tennis is back in action again. There's no pay cut. None of them have got a crowd. Yeah, so how is it boxing? Sky is saying to boxing, you're the ones that have got to take a pay cut. How does that work out? Yeah, boxing is the one that can generate a crowd of sorts by the pay-per-view model. Does that make sense, Tom? So why are you coming to me saying, Natasha Jonas, will you take that fight? If you don't take that money, then you're not fighting this year. That's like, hang on, that's morally wrong on all areas. On all areas, and that's wrong. That's a horrible thing. But basically to say, take that fight, that's all you're getting. And if you don't take it, you're not fighting until next year. That's disgusting.